Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi, thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel, it's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fantastic yarny community. Returning subscribers, hi, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me for WIP Wednesday and a hashtag Sophie 23 update. So yeah, let's start with my Sophie's Universe. I don't know why, but for some reason, I either didn't read something right or I don't know. I'm using a 6.5mm hook. My Sophie's Universe through part 3 is huge. At the end of part 3, it says, congratulations, you finished Sophie's mandala. And now we're getting to the point where we're going to square it off and start making the Afghan part. This Afghan's going to be huge at this rate. This is my Sophie's Universe mandala. It is huge, but I really like it. I think the colors are beautiful. Yes, I have ends to sew in. I think it's so soft. I love the bobbin yarn. I love how romantic this looks, how almost vintage this is. And I think now at this point, I'm going to switch to all white and shades of gray. I think that with this is the stopping point of colors with this beautiful turquoise. Switching to white will be a very nice contrast to show that this section is the star of the blanket, and then go to the whites and the grays. I did at one point on this final row of section 3, I started to do the crab stitch. I got about maybe 20 stitches in and went, oh heck no, I am not doing that all the way around this. Just not going to. So I pulled it out and I just did regular single crochets. But the crab stitch did give it a really interesting texture, and it would have been beautiful, but I would have wanted to throw it out the window. It would have taken me an hour just to do that one round. And by that point, I was pretty much over trying to, no, I was done. So this is my Sophie's Universe. I absolutely love this pattern. I am loving this make along. To see the progress that so many other people are making, it amazes me that given the same pattern, everybody's artistic impression, their variety, their ideas for what colors work, how different every single one is, even if they're using almost identical colors. There's something that's different from each one. Even the people who are doing them in solid colors, those are turning out gorgeous. I really think, at first I wasn't so sure. I thought, oh, you're going to lose a lot of the, I don't know, design in it, but you really don't. It becomes more textural than it does visual, which is so cool. And I can't wait to see some of these ones that are the solid colors be finished. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Laura at Mad Mimi, Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, she's using one of these kind of cakes that start out, you know, one color and then fade to the other. I can't wait to see how hers turns out. That is going to be stunning. So yeah, this is my update on Sophie, the big giant circle. This Afghan is probably, by the time I get done with it, it's going to fit a queen size bed. It is going to be that big. but I'm okay with that. It is what it is, and I am loving this process. I am enjoying doing this. I am so glad there's so many of us doing this, to show the variety and everybody else's artistic interpretation of the same pattern. So, Sophie's Universe update for Wednesday. So that one is done. The other thing that I have started is I have started my shawl for Jackie at Crochet HD, her shawl along, which it's not too late. If you want to join in with Jackie, I'll list her channel below. Go over, check out her channel. She makes me laugh every time she puts out a video. I love her. The shawl along is her way of giving back to the designers who put their things on Ravelry, who just aren't getting enough recognition. And she's put together 3 groups of patterns to help you kind of show you what she's, you know, talking about. You're welcome to use any pattern you want. But one of the criteria is that it has to have less than like 100 projects or less. Check out Jackie's channel for the exact specifics, but people with, you know, less than 100 projects listed underneath their pattern, to try to give some of these designers a little boost. So I picked the Tunisian Honeymoon by Studio 22. The designer's name is Janet Claire, and as of yesterday, there were only 9 projects attached to it. She posted this in October of 2022, so last October. It's a very simple pattern, which I think for me is a good thing, mainly because I've never used this size yarn before. This is the yarn I'm using. It's beautiful with the browns and the silvery gray and the aqua and the turquoise. It is so pretty. The yarn is a yarn bee that I got on clearance, one of their hand dyed. These are this one is 50% merino wool, 50% lyocell, 400 yards. It's a super fine number 1. The colorway is called Harmonic. I have 3 of them, and this is where I'm at. This little 5 hanging off there says I've done 50 rows. In the directions it said use 1/3 of your yarn for each section, so it's a 3-section shawl. Well, I have 3 cakes of 400 yards of fingering weight yarn. I don't think I'm going to use this entire thing otherwise this shawl will be ginormous. She said in her version she did 100 rows for section 1. I will assess at 100 rows if I want to keep going. She said you can just keep going until it's where you want it, and then, you know, do the next few sections. One thing about this pattern that I am really liking is that because it is so simple in the beginning, it's basically an asymmetrical shawl that is done in simple stitch with an increase every other row. And I've never used this thin of yarn before. I've never used fingering weight, sock weight yarn, never. So to use such a basic stitch in the beginning so that I get the feel of the way the yarn works on the hook, the way it feels in my hand, the way that I can gauge my tension a little bit, because I'm using a stitch that is easy to, I don't have to think about it. I can just do it. It's a very easy stitch for me. The one thing I didn't like about this pattern is it doesn't tell you what size hook to use. So I just guessed. But since I do tend to do Tunisian a little tighter, I am using a 6mm bamboo Tunisian hook, my Knitter's Pride, and probably a cord longer than I needed, but I wasn't sure, so I might switch this giant long cord out. I love the feel of this yarn. I think this is going to make a beautiful, soft, drapey scarf shawl. It's going to be gorgeous. And I'm loving the way that the colors are pooling up together. I'm really excited about this project, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So this is the Tunisian Honeymoon by Studio 22 on Ravelry if you're interested in it. It was a paid for pattern. I don't think it was very expensive. I want to say maybe $4 or $5, maybe. I don't remember. So yeah, check that out if you're interested. Check out Jackie if you would like to join the shawl along. It's a fun little thing to show the Ravelry designers a little bit of love. So that is that part. And the only other thing that I am working on is my car poncho for Charlotte. I started the second panel yesterday afternoon. It's, you know, pretty basic, simple. Yeah, that's about it. Basic rectangle poncho is basically what it's going to be. I'm just gonna seam it up at the shoulders so that she just throws it over her head, and then it'll cover her little body when she's in the car seat. And this is thick enough and warm enough that if they go outside and she's got, say, a long sleeve t-shirt on underneath with jeans or leggings, that this will be warm enough. Not bitter cold days, obviously, but, running from the car to the store, this will be warm enough to keep her warm, but again, safe enough in the car seat that it'll keep her warm in the car seat, and the straps underneath can be fitted to just wearing her regular clothes instead of switching it every time she wears a different coat. That's the whole point of a car seat poncho. So, I'm using the Nako Mona Lisa yarn from Mary Maxim. You know how much I love that yarn. I'm doing this in a Tunisian sampler stitch. Each color has its own different stitch. The rust is a simple stitch. The light turquoise is the knit stitch. The white is the reverse stitch, and the dark turquoise is the purl stitch, just to give it something different and fun and a little bit of texture. So hopefully I'll get this done in the next day or two so that I can get this in the mail to them so they have it, so that our little Charlotte is safe. But yeah, this is just, your kid requests something, you stop and you make it. So that is what I'm working on. The other day I was having a moment, feeling a little bit sorry for myself. I haven't been able to get out of the house. I've been out of the house once since January 6th, when I came home from the hospital. And that was to go to the doctor's office. And I have not got to go to Michael's and touch the new Karen cakes. And I was having a moment. I was feeling very sorry for myself. So I had seen so many people ordering those, how do you say it? Omi crochet hooks that I ordered 2. Actually, I ordered 3. The other one isn't here because this one is a 6.5 or a 6 J hook in this beautiful blue, and I'm all about blue. I love the color blue, and it feels nice in my hand. I don't have a project currently working on with the number 6, so next time I start a project using the number 6, I'm going to try this and see how it works out. And the other one I have, whoops, is, I think this is a 4 or a 4.5. A 4, a G hook in the same blue. But what I like about this is like imprinted in here, like, so it's, even if the white wears off, you're still going to be able to see that it's a G hook with the 4. So I might put a little dab of clear nail polish over the top of that so it doesn't lose its number, because some of the hooks that I have, like that I got from Hobby Lobby, like this one down in here, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna do Tunisian or regular. I threw this crochet hook in there. It's a 4 something, I think. I can't remember if it's a 4 or 4.5. The number's gone. It was imprinted right here in purple. Well, it's gone. And you can't see it, so I have to guess. And yeah, that's dumb. Why would you put something on there that's going to wear off, so now I don't know what it is? I know that there's tools where you can do a gauge and it'll tell you what it is, but you know, if you're going to take the time to put something on a hook to tell you what it is, make it last. So I think I am going to, like I said, take a little bit of clear nail polish and just, you know, put a light coating over the top of the numbers so that the white stays there, so that I will know that that's my 4mm Omni hook. So hopefully these live up to the hype from everybody. I think Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches was one of the first to show these, and I think it's just carried on like wildfire. So hopefully these live up to all of that hype. I think I have one more coming, because I think I ordered a 5.5 too, because for whatever reason, I don't have a 5.5 hook anywhere that I can find. I'm sure I have one somewhere, but I couldn't find one the other day that I wanted. And so, yeah, it's probably down on the couch or something. Who knows? I swear, they're like socks. You start out with 3 of one, and then all of a sudden you're down to none. They go someplace. The same place that Tupperware lids and socks go, off into the nether regions. So anyway, guys, that's it for WIP Wednesday. I hope you're having a fabulous week, getting some quality creative time in, that you're, you know, stress-free. I know that there are a lot of you are dealing with crazy weather, from tornadoes and snowstorms. They say that today we're going to be in the 80s, but tomorrow we're going to struggle to get into the 60s. Mother Nature in Florida is off her meds. It is crazy. We have been dealing with crazy high winds and fluctuating temperatures that go from, you know, warm to freezing. It's crazy, I'm telling you. So anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your Wednesday, a fabulous rest of your week, and until we see each other again on Friday, be kind to everyone.